Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. We are students from the course Sustainable Development Issues, Principle and Practice, Section 11 and Group 10. So, our team consists of 5 members. First one Shafi Aiman, Wan Anwar, Nur Sabila bin Aslan, Mirza Safia, Muhammad Nazri, Nur Aisyah Jeffrey, and me, Wan Irfan, Wan Zulkifli. Throughout this course, we were encouraged to think critically about real-world issues and propose practical solutions related to sustainability. With that in mind, our group decided to focus on water-related problem that directly affects many students on campus. Today, we are excited to present our project title, which is Natural Filtration System from Rainwater to Unusable Water from Usable Water Resource within Mahala. So, this video will take you through the issues, our proposal solutions, and how this idea can contribute to a more sustainable and water-conscious community here at IIUM, specifically at Mahala Nusaibah. Our project focuses on implementing a natural filtration system specifically in Mahala Nusaibah. It is guided by 4 main objectives. The first one is to explore the current water usage habits among Mahala students. The second one is to evaluate whether a natural filtration system using rainwater can implement it for non-drinking daily use. And the third one is to align the project with the goals SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, and SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities. And the last one, to gain expert insight from IIUM's development divisions regarding the system's feasibility and long-term impact. To guide our study and ensure that our proposal was grounded in real needs and expert perspective, we came up with 6 key research questions. The first one is, we asked, what is the water usage pattern among IIM students living in Mahala? This helps us understand how much water is being used and for what purpose, specifically for daily non-drinking activities. The second one is, what are students' insight to sustainable water usage? We wanted to find out whether students are aware of water-saving practice and whether they support the idea of using alternative sources like rainwater. The third one is, we explore, can a rainwater harvesting and natural filtration system be installed in Mahala using only minimal materials and resources? The question allows us to consider how practical and realistic our system will be if implemented on a small scale. And the fourth one, we asked, what are the essential materials, space or facilities that will be needed from the IIM's development divisions in order to make the system functional and safe? And the fifth question was, what environmental or infrastructure limitations could challenge the success of the system? We needed to know what risks such as heavy rains, overflow or safety issues might arise during or after installations. And the last ones, how do IIM experts view the usefulness of this project, and does it align with the university's long-term sustainability goals and policies? Their feedback is essential in making sure this idea can realistically benefit the campus in the future.
This project used both quantitative and qualitative research methods to gather information and support the development of rainwater harvesting system in Mahala. Firstly, our group conducted a student survey using Google Form, which received a total of 36 responses from Mahala residents. This survey includes 10 questions designed to explore students' daily water usage habit, their awareness of water sustainability, and their willingness to use filtered rainwater for non-drinking purposes. The questions were structured using multiple choice and scale formats to allow for easy analysis. Then, we also conducted an expert interview with a representative from the IIUM Development Division to obtain professional input on a feasibility and sustainability of our proposal. Lastly, we supported our primary data with online research on natural filtration techniques. We studied the use of low-cost, eco-friendly materials such as sand, gravel, charcoal, and activated carbon, which are effective in removing impurities from rainwater. Each group member contributed through task divisions, online collaboration, and shared document editing. This combination of survey data, Expert insight and research findings provide a strong foundation for proposing a practical and sustainable rainwater system tailored for the IIUM Mahalah environment. To gain a deeper understanding of the infrastructure and sustainability efforts at IIUM Gombak campus, we conducted expert interview with engineers from the development divisions. We had the opportunity to speak with two key experts, Amar bin Abdurrani and Mohamed Fikr Azim bin Abdusani, both of whom are engineers at the development division of IIUM Gombak campus. Through these interviews, we obtain valuable insights into ongoing campus development projects, maintenance strategies, and challenges faced in implementing sustainable infrastructure. Their sharing helps us validate the feasibility of our proposed initiative and better align our project with actual campus needs. The photo here capture moments from our interview sessions which were held face-to-face in meeting room of development division. There are several questions that we asked to the expert regarding our project. First, for the first questions, from the expert's perspective, there are several challenges or limitations when it comes to installing a basic rainwater harvesting system in a campus environment like IIUM. Firstly, there are serious safety concerns, especially the risk of contamination from the rooftop. As we know, the rooftop is definitely not as clean as the other place, so the system needs regular updates to ensure the filtered water meets safety standards. Then, one key issue is the liability of who will be responsible if students get sick after using the water. Next, there are needs for storage requirements. Since Malaysia experiences heavy rainfall, rooftop rain capture may overflow. So we need at least 2 tanks per site. So one for rainwater and another for filtered water. This means we require large capacity storage tanks. Lastly, there is the issue of high cost. We must install new pipelines from rooftop to storage tanks, which increase the material cost for this project. On top of that, we need consistent maintenance to prevent bacteria or mosquito breeding. Lab testing is also costly to ensure water is safe to use. In terms of whether this project aligns with IIUM long-term sustainability goals, the experts said yes, but there are needs for strategic approach. Firstly, experts suggest starting this project on a small scale, maybe in just 1 or 2 mahalah first. This allows us to test the system convenience, gather feedback, and measure its pros and cons before full-scale implementation. As for recommendation, the filtered water system will become even more valuable in times of climate change or water shortage. However, to ensure the long-term success, we need to have a proper plan to transfer ownership because students come and go. There must be a smooth handover of responsibilities. Community participation and trust are also crucial, along with awareness campaigns to promote the sustainable water practice. Now, what about support from IIUM development divisions? Based on our finding, the divisions is willing to support this project if students are serious and committed to aligning the project with educational and sustainability goals. There are, however, some requirements. Students in charge must determine the locations, material, and purpose of the system. Moreover, they must comply with the safety, water quality, and system design standards set by the divisions. So, while support is available, the success of this rainwater reuse system truly depends on how responsibly and seriously we, as a student, to handle this project.
As a part of our project on managing rainwater through a natural water filtration systems in Mahalah, we have conducted a survey to better understand the students' current water usage, awareness of water sustainability, and willingness to support this initiative. A total of 36 students responded to our online survey, coming from various mahalas such as Mahala Asia, Nusaibah, Ali, Siddiq, and many more. The survey allowed us to collect a wide range of perspectives from various students coming from different mahalas and genders. The survey was divided into 3 main sections, which is the first sections we explore the students' daily water habits and consumption behaviors. We started by asking about their awareness of how much water they use daily. Encouragingly, most students demonstrate a strong awareness, with half of the respondents strongly agree and 40% and over 40% agree that they pay attention to their daily water usage. This indicates that majorities of Mahala students are mindful of their water consumptions and may be open to adopt sustainable water practices. We then look at whether students actively try to reduce their water usage. About half say they sometimes try to reduce their water use, while just under 30% reported that they always make an effort. This shows there are some levels of commitments but also room for improvements. Next, we also ask students if they check the colors or smells of their water before using it. More than 85% say they do so regularly. This suggests a strong concern of water safety and cleanliness. Even without a formal testing, students rely on their sense to assess the water quality, which reinforces the needs for a system that not only functions well, but also looks and smells clean. Another important point we explored was their experience with using rainwater. The majority of students says they either never or rarely use rainwater in their daily routines. This is likely due to the lack of access to proper harvesting systems. Despite living in a country with abundant rainfalls, many students are not familiar with or exposed to the practice of collecting and reusing rainwater. When asked about the main uses of water in Mahala, almost all students listed showering, following by washing clothes and laundry, and fewer students reported using water for drinking and also cooking. This is important because it shows that the majority of water use is non-potable, meaning filtered rainwater could realistically replace a significant portion of the consumptions without affecting health or hygiene. Moving on to the second part of the survey, we asked about their willingness to support the proposed systems. The response was very promising. Around 90% of the students either agree or strongly agree with the idea of using filtered rainwater for daily use in the Mahala. These high levels of support indicate a strong potential for the system to be accepted and adopted by the university. When asked if they believe filtered rainwater could be clean and safe enough for use, about 70% say yes. However, a small group still expressed doubts, showing that while support is high, safety concerns must be addressed directly. We also want to know if the student believe this project could reduce water waste, and the answer was yes. Every respondent agreed or strongly agreed that the rainwater filtration project could contribute to more sustainable water use. Additionally, over 90% of the students say they would be interested in getting involved or supporting the implementations of this system. The levels of interest shows that there is not only passive support but also willingness among the students to engage and contribute, which is very crucial for a very long-term sustainability. The third and the final sections of our survey focus on awareness and also the deeper concerns of the projects. When asked if they had heard of rainwater harvesting or natural filtration system before, only 36% say yes. This lack of awareness highlights a gap in environmental education and exposure that we hope to address through this project. However, when asked if they would use filtered rainwater if it was proven to be clean and safe, more than 19% say yes. This shows a strong openness to sustainable alternatives, provided that the system is reliable and well maintained. In terms of what will increase their confidence, the top answer were having access to water quality reports, cleanliness updates, regular maintenance, and proper explanations of the system, and official certifications from the university or experts. These responses clearly shows that trust and transparency are the key. Students are ready to support the system, but only if it comes with strong evidence of safety and regular communication. We also asked about concerns regarding using rainwater for daily tasks. Most students mention hygiene and safety. followed by worries about the appearance and smells of the water, as well as how often the system will be maintained. Only a few had no concerns at all. This confirmed that any system we implement must prioritize visible cleanliness and regular updates to ensure continued trust from the user. At the end of the survey, we asked students to share any challenge they foresee if the system is implemented. Some of the most common issues raised included the high initial cost, the effectiveness of the system during dry seasons, and lacks of exposure among students that could affect adoption. They also mentioned that the risk of misuse, safety concerns like mosquito breeding in standing water, and doubts about whether students will actually use the system even if it was available. On the bright side, they also offer helpful suggestions. These include regular water quality checks, workshops to educate students, official approval from the university authorities or experts, clear explanations about how the system works, and starting the project on a small scale before expanding it. This recommendation shows that the students' community is not only aware of the potential challenges, but also think critically about how to improve the system and ensure its success. Overall, the survey provided valuable insights into the mindsets of IIUM students. The results suggest that while there are concerns, especially around safety and maintenance, there is also overwhelming support, interest, and willingness to engage with sustainable solutions amongst the students. The challenge now is to turn this positive attitude into action through proper plannings, educations, and transparent implementations of the rainwater filtration system in the Mahala.
As part of our initiative, we conducted a survey to better understand the habits, awareness level, and concern of Mahala residents regarding rainwater usage. The results were both eye-opening and encouraging. To begin with, we found out that the majority of students were not fully aware of the concept of water sustainability. This highlights a clear need for awareness campaign within the student community. Despite that, what stood out was the strong support shown for the proposed rainwater filtration system. Most respondents indicate they are willing to support and contribute to this project, especially if it brings long-term environmental benefit. Of course, we wanted to understand what challenges students foresaw. When asked what issue might arise if a filtration system were implemented, at the top concern include high setup costs for tank, filter, pipe, pump and maintenance, doubt about the water cleanliness and whether people would feel safe enough to use it, the risk of mosquito breeding, and finally, when dry period with no rainwater available. In terms of recommendation, students gave some thoughtful and practical suggestions. Many felt that the project should start small, conduct a regular water quality checkup, carry out routine servicing and maintenance, and important, provide transparent water quality reports and how the system works. This response shows that while there are valid concerns, students are willing to support and participate as long as the system is safe, transparent, and well maintained.
Today, I will walk you through the expected outcomes of our sustainable water initiative, specifically focusing on how this project can benefit the Mahala community both immediately and in the long term. The first point is reduce dependence on treated municipal water. First and foremost, this project is designed to reduce our reliance on treated municipal water, especially for non-consumable purposes such as cleaning, laundry, and gardening. Currently, a significant portion of treated water is used for activities that don't require drinkable quality. By introducing rainwater harvesting as an alternative source, we can conserve treated water for essential uses like drinking and cooking. This not only helps save costs but also support water sustainability efforts in line with national conservation goals. Point 2. Increase awareness on sustainable water use. The second outcome is to raise awareness among Mahala residents about the importance of sustainable water usage and rainwater use. Many students and staff may not realize how much water is wasted daily or how simple changes can make a big impact. Through this project, we plan to conduct awareness campaign, poster and workshop that will educate residents on how to reuse rainwater effectively and responsibly. This outcome is especially important because behavioral change is key to ensuring long-term success. If people understand and believe in the purpose of the project, they are more likely to support and maintain it. So, the next is demonstration of a natural filtration system. The third expected outcome is the demonstration of a working natural filtration system. We aim to build a small-scale filtration system that uses affordable and natural materials such as sand, gravel, and activated carbon. The system will treat collected rainwater to make it cleaner and safer to use. By using simple, low-cost material, we make the system replicable and accessible for others mahallah, schools, or even rural communities who may not have access to expensive water filtration technology. It also serves as a learning tool, especially for students from engineering, science, or environmental studies background. So the last point is development of a scalable and maintainable system. The final expected outcome is the development of a system that is scalable, maintainable, and community managed. We are not just building something temporary. We want to ensure that once the system is up and running, it can be maintained in the long term without needing constant external support. That's why we're also preparing a handover plan which includes training a group of mahallah representatives or volunteers who will take care of the system, monitor its performance, and do regular maintenance checks. This helps create community ownership and ensure the sustainability of the project beyond our involvement. So in conclusion, this project offers a practical and sustainable solution to promote environmental awareness in IIUM Mahalas. By using a simple rainwater filtration system, it shows how rainwater can be reused safely for non-drinking purpose like cleaning and gardening, reducing the need for treated municipal water. While the idea is promising, it faces some challenges such as cost, maintenance, and limited students' awareness. However, with proper planning, so the involvement and support from the development division, the system can be sustained and expanded in the future. Overall, this initiative encourages eco-friendly habits and highlight the importance of managing natural resources for both current and future generations.